Good morning, and welcome to the 30th celebration of the Martin Luther King Parade here in St. Lucie County. It's hard to believe that it's been 30 years that we have been doing this. And I want to welcome you this morning. I'm Olivia Watkins, retired educator and longtime resident of St. Lucie County. In fact, I was born and raised here. And today we have with us two of my co-hosts.
LaTanya Green, principal of Savannah Ridge Elementary, and it is indeed an honor and a pleasure to serve as one of your commentators for this year's parade.
And I'm Paige Tyrone, host of Notebook on WLX TV for the St. Lucie County Schools. Also a pleasure to be here with you today.
And we're so happy to have you to join us. We want you to sit back and relax. Our parade is including St. Lucie County's best. We have all of our schools being represented. We have our city, our county, our state, and we even have one of our national elected officials that will be in our parade today. We have our churches, Greek organizations, and many of our businesses. So we welcome you today as we celebrate this 30th celebration here in St. Lucie County with the Martin Luther King Jr. Parade.
Miss Green, while we're waiting for our first part of the parade, why don't you share with us what was happening at your school this week?
Oh my goodness, we had several events that happened at Savannah Ridge Elementary where we combined the activities of the MLK Parade along with the activities of Literacy Week and combining our academics and having kids to do really research and have a great understanding of what MLK is all about and what it means to them.
And you know, it has been such an exciting week. We've had our Greek organizations and some of our civic organizations that have sponsored the different events that have been occurring this week. I was so elated at the spelling bee when the Zeta Phi Beta sorority, they opened. It was awesome.
All right, and looks like we have our St. Lucie County
Fire District. I really like the logo on their truck that says, "Our family serving yours."
And it looks like our fire district is followed by our sheriff's department, serving and protecting St. Lucie County.
The St. Lucie County Fire District, under the leadership of Fire Chief Ron Parrish.
All right, Paige, looks like we also have our Citizen Observation Patrol, Spanish Lakes Country Club, participating this year as well.
And Miss Green, here's the Marine Patrol, the Citizen Observation Patrol.
Okay. Sounds like protecting and serving out us on the waterfront.
Marine Patrol.
missed that.
What happens when they stop? They create these big gaps because they stop out running away.
You know, we've been very fortunate with the weather. It has been so cold all week long, and yet here we are in time for the parade, and the weather is almost perfect.
So it's
Beautiful day out here.
Beautiful day. Bringing up in our parade right now, we have Gertrude Walker, Supervisor of Elections for St. Lucie County. Remember, go out to register to vote.
And we hope everyone really understands the importance of that. Every vote counts, and you have a right to vote. And if you have not voted, please take the time to go and register to vote. Our young people that are turning the age of 18, you're now eligible to vote. Go and register to vote so you can be counted. Can I get you to say something? You know, I have Mr. Al Johnson here. And Al, you know, we've been doing this now for 30 years. As we look back at where we first started, because we didn't start here on Martin Luther King Boulevard.
That's right. We started on, I think we started on Avenue D.
On Avenue D.
Avenue D, and we swung around on, I think we swung around on Okeechobee Road. And ended up at, it turned on Delaware Avenue.
On Delaware.
We ended up at
Fort Pierce Elementary. Right, right.
Those were the days. It was nice then. But it's even better now. We're having more and more increase every year. And just here lately, I think we've probably had about, 7 to 9 new interests just this morning?
Just this morning.
It's a proud day. It's a proud day in America. And we've come a long way. But we still have quite a ways to go. But I'm proud to be a part of this. And it's good to be out this morning.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. We have our Special Weapons and Tactics representing the Fort Pierce Police Department.
Fort Pierce Police Department's under the supervision of Chief of Police Sean Baldwin.
All right. Hello. The Agriculture and Labor Program Incorporated. Oh, I see Mr.
We all-
Reginald Sessions.
Yes.
Yes. All right, and now we have performing for us at this time. All right. Paige, look like we can take some lessons from them. They are motivated.
Absolutely. Great
All
job,
right.
guys.
Nice job, guys. All right, we have coming up Patrick E. Murphy, Florida Congressional District 18, and Ms. Watkins
Good
is going to
morning,
get an interview with
Congressman
him.
Murphy. So
morning.
glad to have you here with us.
Great to be here. Beautiful day.
Beautiful day.
Yeah,
How
thank
you
you.
feel about this day?
I feel wonderful. God bless everybody. Thank you.
Thank you
All
for
right,
coming
thank
and being a
you.
part of this.
Be here. Thank you.
Now we have State Representative Larry Lee Jr. coming up. Ms. Watkins.
Well, good morning, State Representative Larry Lee. How are you today?
I am great, Olivia. What a beautiful day today and so many wonderful people. God, this is great.
This is awesome. So awesome. We're so glad to have you be a part of this today. This is history, too. Beautiful.
Wow. Police Athletic League. What an awesome motto. Filling playgrounds and not prisons. Just really extending that dream and that vision that we have for our youth today. Outstanding job.
They have another motto that before, in order for a kid to go places, they have to have a place to go.
Oh,
Absolutely.
outstanding,
Awesome.
outstanding. How important that is. All right.
Next, we have our county commissioners.
All right. Commissioner Franny Hutchison, Todd Mowry, Kim Johnson, Paula Lewis, and Chris Sadowski. Nice job. Fabulous.
Mayor.
And-
Oh, no. What's she doing on there?
yeah. Absolutely. It is beautiful. Beautiful, Mr. Johnson. Absolutely. And Mayor Hutchison. Don't feel like it's Mayor Hudson.
And Olivia, here are our grand marshals.
And here are our grand marshals. We're so pleased to have them with us. Evander Felix, a senior at Treasure Coast High School. Very ambitious young man. He's also a member of the Men of Tomorrow. Has a GPA of 2.4, and his design is his own business, Evander Felix. And we also have Sheila Leroy, a senior at Lincoln Park Academy, very involved in her school chorus and church. And Sheila is an IB student. Congratulations. Our Grand Marshal is none other than Mrs. Cora Monroe, retired educator, business owner, civic leader. We're so proud to have Miss Monroe as our Grand Marshal.
And we have our Spelling Bee winners coming up. Zeta Phi Beta sorority hosted that event this week. Outstanding job, Miss Watkins. I understood you hosted that event, and those students really gave you a round with spelling those words and coming to who our winner could be. Our winners represent Fairlawn Elementary, Francis K. Sweet, and Morningside Elementary for this year.
I thought I had everything organized.
And then followed by our junior Mr. and Mrs. MLK and our little Mr. and Mrs. MLK.
This is hard.
All right, we have coming up 13th Street Church of God Incorporated, Greater Faith, located on 13th Street. Here we see that they have several signs to kind of represent what our theme is for this year. We see honor, integrity, Christianity. The bishop there is Bishop James Willie Robinson is the pastor, and Bishop James William Adderley is the co-pastor. What an awesome flow, awesome flow.
Beautiful.
And all right, I love it, ladies. Do you see that thing? I got the vision. Healthy relationships, proper nutrition, all those things are so important to having that vision and living a very healthy, clean life and being prosperous. All right. We have coming up Liberty Truth, walking by faith to educate all children. What a beautiful float, beautiful, nice, bright float. These students in this Liberty, Truth, and Deliverance making a huge statement for today's events in their neon colors. Seems like they have those arrows going one way up, and that's definitely the direction that we all want to be going in. Entry number 2, Liberty
Very
Truth.
bright, very bright.
Walking by faith to educate all children.
Speak a little louder.
All right, look like we have Calvary Compassion Church, love, serve, reach, and teach, education and the advocacy, continuing that vision. All right, then we have Daughters of Change coming up behind this group in their beautiful pink and black and their butterflies.
I think this is Miracle Prayer Temple. Miracle
All
Prayer
right.
Temple.
And then we have the Petite Bells.
Emmanuel Full Gospel Church have the Petite Bells.
All righty.
Ringing the bell for the vision through our youth.
All right, they have their Petite Bells representing for them this morning. Reverend Kenneth Bell Sr. is the pastor.
Marvin Grimsley, 1967 pickup truck from Emmanuel Full Gospel.
The back of that one, Miss Green, bind us together with love.
Oh, nice, nice. What a way to bring up the last part of that float. What a powerful message.
Next we have St. John's Missionary Baptist Church, continuing the dream through education and advocacy by preaching the Word of God and prayer. Beautiful float with the purple family.
All right, look like we have God's Kingdom Station, House of Prayer, located in Fort Pierce, education our future generation. Look like we have a little Mr. and Mrs. riding on this float with them this morning. Continuing their vision through educating our future generation of kings and queens. The children are definitely our future.
We also have a red pickup truck from Word Outreach Ministry, continuing the dream.
Yes, those are young men and women ages 5 to 18, Miss Watkins.
All right.
All right. Awesome job by Sword Outreach Ministries. Young men and young women ages 5 to 18 will be marching during their steps, reaching our youth through community outreach. Nice job, guys.
Next we have Tabernacle Church of Deliverance. Pastor Harriet Gordon Staley. Come expecting your miracle. They are still happening.
All right, looks like we're going to have a performance from these
Under
two
the
beautiful
leadership
young
of
ladies.
Pastor Harriet Gordon Staley, overseer Dorothy Gordon. So glad to have them with us today.
All right, next we have awesome job. Next we have Greater New Bethel Missionary Baptist Church, where Reverend Clarence Ingram is the pastor. Bishop Clarence Ingram is the pastor. He's with us this morning with First Lady Debbie Ingram. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Looking beautiful in their black and gold.
Next we have St. Mark Missionary Baptist Church with Pastor Jonathan Ingram and Mother Ingram. So glad to have them here with us today. And next, coming up, it is beautiful gold and black truck float.
All right, and what's beautiful about that, ladies, is that you have two brothers, Reverend Clarence Ingram and Jonathan Ingram, both serving our community through word and praise and worship throughout our community, and in their black and gold this morning, celebrating with us in this event. All right, awesome. Now we have St. Lucie County School Board coming up. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We have our school board members, and we are definitely, truly delighted to be here this morning with our school board members, Dr. Mills, Miss Holly, Miss Hilston, Miss Hensley, and Troy Ingersoll. We have truly been honored to be able to be served by such a great captain, Superintendent Janelle Yost, as we continue to cruise to excellence. Ms. Yost, can you please share with us briefly about how this day has impacted your life and what it means to you?
Thank you. It is a wonderful day. What a turnout from our community, and to be a part of this parade, Martin Luther King's Dream. And we are partnering with Bass Pro Shops today, who helped us with our theme of cruising to excellence, and we thank them for their partnership. It's a great day.
Thank you so much, Superintendent Yost, and our school board members. You guys look lovely representing St. Lucie County Public Schools. Thank you.
Next we have the St. Lucie County Education Foundation. We're so proud to have St. Lucie County Teacher of the Year, Harry Belafonte Williams, coach and teacher at Fort Pierce Central High School. We have our food service department moving right along, furnishing good nutrition to our school children in our schools every day, breakfast and lunch, which is so important. So many of our kids come to school every day without breakfast, and most of them, the breakfast and the lunch that they get at school is the best meal they have for that day. So thank you again, food service.
All right, looks like, ladies, we have Dan McCarty Middle School coming up. The proud principal there is Dr. David T. Washington, celebrating 60 years of education as we advocate for kids that hope to head north towards an A school and continuing the vision through education and advocacy. Again, Dr. David T. Washington is the principal. Nice job, Dan McCarty Middle School. 60 years, 60 years.
Following their float is Scout Troop 772.
Wow, don't they look fabulous? Ladies,
Wonderful.
60 years
Beautiful.
servicing and educating our children in St. Lucie County.
And they have a float and also 2 marching units.
Good morning. This is still our lovely staff, Assistant
we have more
Principal
members
Benny
of
Montenegro,
Damacarty.
still Damacarty Middle
Assistant
School.
Principal, glad to have you all there.
And now we have River's Edge Elementary. And our principal of River's Edge Elementary is Cindy Cobb.
And Miss Jerome, their assistant principal there is Andrew McIntosh, who is
Hi,
a
Mr.
huge,
McIntosh.
huge leader and have an impact and works very well with the MLK committee and is a part of getting these events that we have take place in our community.
And at River's Edge, our staircase of celebration represents the future and continued vision of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a world filled with hope, faith, love, and dreams.
Oh, nice. Beautiful, beautiful float. And then we have coming up Fairlawn Elementary and Miss Watkins. Now, would you kind of share about us? I see a beautiful float coming up for Fairlawn Elementary.
Yes, Miss Hedine is the principal and Miss Patricia Gascon is the assistant principal. And you know, Fairlawn was one of those schools that was an elementary school and then later became a magnet school. And along with them becoming a magnet school, they have been one of our leading schools in our district. And we're so happy to have Fairlawn Elementary School. With their theme, education and advocacy is a focus for our float. Dr. Martin Luther King laid the foundation and paved the way for other leaders to continue the charge of educating our youth and advocating for them. Nelson Mandela lived this vision, and Fairlawn Elementary is keeping this vision alive. And they have a walking group as well as an awesome float that's coming up now.
They look absolutely beautiful in their red, white, and blue, the Patriots. They have a really nice turnout. Look at those students out there walking, staff and families celebrating this day with us. Good morning. Good morning. Beautiful, beautiful.
Good morning, Miss
Representing
Gaston.
St. Lucie County Public Schools, Fairlawn Elementary. Wow. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely. What a beautiful way to round out that float with a picture of Nelson Mandela on the back of that. Absolutely. Education is the most powerful defense.
And next we have Manatee Academy. The school administrators from Manatee Academy are leading a truck carrying the banner. And they also have the Teacher of the Year with them, along with some students. And at Manatee Academy, we have Lillian Beauchamp as the principal at Manatee Academy.
Absolutely. Beautiful job. Beautiful. They look very nice in their blue and white this morning. Next, we have Francis K. Sweet coming up. Definitely a rich history in our community. Francis K. Sweet has been around in our community serving and educating children, and definitely has a very rich history in the Fort Pierce community.
And Francis K. Sweet also was a former elementary school that became a magnet school. And we have Mrs. Juanita Wright, principal, along with Mrs. Fox. We're so glad to have them. Intelligence plus character. That is the goal of true education. Martin Luther King Jr. Large hands with hearts are encouraging everyone to love one another. And Francis K. Sweet also has another float coming up. Look at the hands. Love releases it, love illuminates it, and love harmonizes it.
Beautiful.
Beautiful float.
What a powerful message. Next, we have Port St. Lucie High School and their Jaguar Battalion. All right. Bridget Haggardine is the principal at Port St. Lucie High School. They have this morning with us their Jaguar Marching Band and their JROTC. Wow.
What a huge turnout. Wow.
Wow. Outstanding. Outstanding. Miss Haggardine should be proud. What a wonderful job by a marching band.
Look at those uniforms. Aren't those some beautiful band
They
uniforms?
are beautiful, beautiful. What an awesome turnout from our children. So dedicated and here serving today and celebrating and performing for the community. What an outstanding job seeing our kids perform in such a manner.
Now we have coming up Savannah Ridge Elementary School, where the principal is Miss LaTanya Green, one of our co-hosts today, and our assistant principal is Mrs. Kathleen Melrose. We're going to take a walk out to Mrs. Melrose. Good morning, Mrs. Melrose. It's great to see you today here at the parade.
It's wonderful to be here today. Thank you.
Why don't you share with us what this day means to you?
I would love to. I'd like you to take a look closely at our float and think about Savannah Ridge, because when you step onto our campus, the first thing you see are the words, "Through these doors, diversity is respected and dreams become a reality." And that is the theme of our float, and that's what this day means to us. Working together as a team to make dreams a reality.
Absolutely. Thank you, Miss Melrose.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
All right, what a beautiful float by Savannah Ridge Elementary. Miss Melrose, you are awesome.
Next we have Westgate K-8 School.
All right.
They're fighting for the privilege to exercise their right to vote along with band and step team. Westgate K-8, where we have our principal,
Mr. Cramner, Robert Cramner is our
Bob
principal.
Cramner, principal. They actually have a video presentation that is being shown as they pass through.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful. Next we have Village Green Environmental Studies School. Village Green Environmental Studies School. Where a principal there is Aretha Burnett. What they have featuring for this morning is a beautiful truck that is decorated in their school colors, and it's driven by their PTO president. They also have on their float their principal, Aretha Burnett, and assistant principal, Lauren Geisler, staff, and they also have their teacher of the year, their distinguished minority educator of the year, first year teacher of the year, and their school-related employee of the year joining them this morning. And they have their Village Green cheerleaders. Beautiful job, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful.
And our next group, our school is Morningside Elementary. Principal at Morningside is Cortina Belgray. Looks like they have special shirts for the parade today. Keep calm and dream on. Beautiful.
All right. Next, we have MLK Parade School, where attitude is everything, led by one of our distinguished principals in this area, Mrs. Carmen Peterson. Nice job, nice job.
And here with us today is Carrie Wallakovitz, her assistant principal.
Also leading the pack for OCAMIC. And Miss Kim J. and Helen Singletary driving the vehicle and pulling this beautiful float. What they're sharing with us today, the Ospreys are flying with MLK, keeping the dream alive through education and advocacy. We climb to reach our goals and dreams every day. Fort Pierce Central High School. Looks like we have their JROTC and their marching band. Fort Pierce Central High School. Principal there is Mr. Todd Smith. And looks like we also have their king and queen. Wow, what an outstanding job done by Fort Pierce Central JROTC unit. It takes a lot of poise and discipline to be able to perform like that. All right, looks like we still have Fort Pierce Central High School. Coming up, we have their band and their principal, Mr. Todd Smith. I'm going to take an opportunity to talk to Mr. Smith for a second to share with us what this day means to us. Good morning, Mr. Smith. How are you this morning? I wanted to take a minute. Your JROTC unit was absolutely fabulous. Just for you to talk a little bit about what this day means to you and your school, Fort Pierce Central High School.
JLTC, they're really community leaders. They go and work with the disadvantaged students and families. And really, this summer, this winter, we had the opportunity to feed 40 families over Thanksgiving, like gifts and toys for up to 60 students through fundraisers and gift drives that they were doing.
Oh, wow. Outstanding job. Leadership. Thank you, Mr. Smith, and congratulations on being in 8 schools this year. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. Nice job. Beautiful performance by our Fort Pierce Central Cobras. And now looks like we're going to have a performance by our Cobra cheerleaders. Pump it up, ladies. Did you hear that fabulous message? Let's pump it up for our advocacy and what we believe in as we continue to celebrate this wonderful day, celebrating Martin Luther King Jr. and everything that he has done for us.
We want to congratulate our football team. It's coming with our district champions. Go Cobras!
Okay, now we have our Cobra Steppers. Nice job, ladies. Rounding out our pack for Fort Pierce Central High School, Principal Todd Smith. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. Fort Pierce Central misses. Beautiful dresses. Those ladies look lovely, lovely.
Beautiful.
Following Fort Pierce Central, we have White City Elementary. Celebrate success. We have their principal, Mr. Roberto Bonsignor, and Mr. Simi Burns as their assistant principal. Another beautiful float for White City Wildcats.
What a great representation from their students over at White City Elementary. They look absolutely beautiful this morning. Beautiful.
And following White City Elementary is Bayshore Elementary.
All right, Bayshore Elementary, where Miss Lori Reed is the principal. Beautiful, beautiful. Bringing up her float. I see some of her teachers and her staff and some of her beautiful students that attend Bayshore Elementary. And they too are continuing the vision through education and advocacy. Look like we have some beautiful future graduates. Nice job, Lori Reed, principal. Next, we have Southport Middle School. We have a dream is their slogan that they are carrying with their beautiful students leading the pack in their teal color robes, cap and gowns. Absolutely beautiful, with a few students coming behind them that looks like they're going to do a nice performance for us to continue with this vision and celebrating the dream in their neon t-shirts.
It's their step team.
principal of Southport Middle School, Lydia Martin. Miss Lydia Martin serving as the proud principal there. Nice job, nice job. All right.
Next, we have Chester A. Moore Elementary School, one of our oldest schools in the county, coming up.
C.A. Moore Elementary.
Miss Felicia Nixon is the principal, and the assistant principal is Miss Pam Holmes.
Following C.A. Moore are Lakewood Park Elementary Falcons. Principal Diane Young. Their float with lots of attendance is following behind. Nice job, guys.
Don't they look beautiful? They look beautiful. Wow, you want to talk about patriotism? Let's see what Lincoln Park Academy.
Wow, that's my alma mater. Go Greyhounds. Lincoln Park Academy, their fife and drum corps is coming up now. The spirit lives. Again, we have the patriotic look with the red, white, and blue. Driving the golf cart right behind them is Principal Pamela Dampier, Assistant Principal Candace Stone, Go Greyhounds! They also have their cheerleaders coming right behind them. Another good turnout, Miss Green. Another great turnout with our students.
Yes, absolutely. And that's also my alma mater as well. Long, long family history of attendees at Lincoln Park Academy, and I'm sure you can share the same, Miss Watkins.
Oh my goodness, yes. You know, my class just recently celebrated our 50th class reunion.
Oh my goodness.
And so we are really, really proud of this school to still be standing.
And following Lincoln Park Academy, we have Palm Point Educational Research School with Principal Debbie Snyder and Assistant Principals Debbie Eisman and Kathy Perez. Palm Point proudly displays a rocket which represents their vision of each student soaring to their highest potential.
All right, we have following Palm Point, we have Samuel Gaines, where our principal there is Tracy Wilkie, assistant principals Melissa Hamilton. We are supporting the vision of higher education and community involvement by encouraging our children to reach for the stars. We have Principal Tracy Wilkie, Melissa Hamilton.
And Kim Smith is another assistant principal at Samuel Gaines Academy.
And those ladies are doing an outstanding job.
We have St. Lucie West K-8 School and Floresta Elementary.
Where Miss Bernadette Floyd and Linda Manningham,
Welcome, Floresta.
principal and assistant principal.
And they were close together there. St. Lucie West K-8 following right behind them. St. Lucie West K-8, their principal is Susan Seal. And here she is, Mrs. Seal, driving behind their group.
All right, look at those beautiful future business leaders of America. All dressed up and looking quite sharp, might I add, this morning.
Very
Very
professional
professional.
looking.
Looks like they also have their representatives. This year's Distinguished Minority Educator of the Year, Venda Taylor, and their first year Teacher of the Year, Ann Mack. And their Teacher of the Year I see is on the far side. They had quite an attendance as well.
Nice job with their step team.
Now we have coming up Windmill Point Elementary Principal Latricia Woolard, soaring to success. Dr. King stated that intelligence plus character, that is the true goal of education. Windmill Point Wildcats. They embrace this vision through programs such as Student Council, Safety Patrol, and others. Go Wildcats.
All right, we have following Windmill Point Elementary, we have our Treasure Coast High School, home of the Mighty Titans, where Miss Denise Rodriguez is the principal. The mission of Treasure Coast High School is to ensure that all students are successful in high school and immersed in a caring, challenging, relevant learning environment. What an outstanding job, and we seem to have that truly represented here with the students that they have walking in this parade today. Truly living out that vision and that mission of St. Lucie County Public Schools is that all of our children are capable of success, following our Kids at Hope mission and vision as well. We also have with Treasure Coast High School, we seem to have their homecoming king and queen. We have their cheerleaders as well as their marching band. What an outstanding turnout and a beautiful job as our children again join us here today celebrating this wonderful, wonderful event.
And you know, that says a lot for our parents, that parents believe in this enough to get their kids to come out and participate in this parade and representing their schools, because the kids wouldn't be here if it were not for their parents. So we want to commend our parents for getting their kids up and having them to come and participate in this parade. Look at our huge turnout here now for Treasure Coast High School.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
And we must say that most of our schools have had such wonderful turnouts. And it says a lot, too, for our high school students.
Yes.
You know, because they could easily find something else to do.
Absolutely.
You know?
On a day off, especially.
Yes.
But they chose to be here. Absolutely. They look like they also have their Teacher of the Year, their Distinguished Minority Educator of the Year, School-Related Employee of the Year, and First-Year Teacher of the Year also joining us today.
Miss Watson, it looks like we have Alapata Flats coming up. Alapata Flats, K-8 school. Great achievement through outstanding research and study. And the Alapata Flats K-8 principal is Patty Galloway. There she is, Mrs. Galloway.
Looks like we have coming up St. Lucie Elementary, and Mr. Michael Reed is the principal. St. Lucie Elementary. What a beautiful job, joining us today for this event.
Mr. Michael Reed.
I see one of his assistant principals, Nicole Ortega.
Yes.
She's also with them today. And the other principal is Dr. Leslie Dangerfield.
Wonderful.
Beautiful job. Beautiful job. What a beautiful float. Beautiful float. Look at those nice, vibrant pictures, and they're sharing those messages with us. We shall overcome. Again, another group, another outstanding group of St. Lucie County School children and their faculty and staff continuing that vision through education and advocacy. Nice job, St. Lucie Elementary. Looks like we have Forest Grove Middle School coming up next. Home of the Bulldogs, the red and the black. Miss Watkins, share with us about this beautiful float that's coming up.
This group is the future leaders of tomorrow, growing every day and branching out to the community. And they have quite a turnout as well with us this morning. They have a float, they have a car, their marching unit, and a step team. Principal, Mr. Terry Davis. Watch that step team.
Wow. Wow, what a beautiful performance by Fort Pierce Grove Middle School. Outstanding. Those ladies did a fabulous job representing in their school this morning.
And look at that beautiful float they have coming up. Navigating towards greatness.
Their float's interactive, Olivia. Look at that.
Look at that.
Very
Past,
cool.
present. Wow.
Wow, ladies, look at this beautiful, powerful message that's on the line here. Don't let it be a mystery. Keep this American history alive. Amazing,
Awesome.
amazing. Nice job.
Past, present, and future. And they're letting us know that we know about the past, we know about the present, but they are the future.
Yes. Way to go, Bulldogs.
Here we have Weatherby Elementary. Principal of Weatherby Elementary is Mr. Michael Hitzman. Assistant Principal Jen Avellino.
Oh, next we have St. Lucie West Centennial High School. Miss Watkins or Miss Jerome, is there some information you can share about this beautiful
Absolutely,
float?
Olivia, go forward.
Yes, we have St. Lucie West Centennial. And this is their band that's coming up now. Again, we have those beautiful patriotic colors, red, white, and
Again.
blue. Centennial has several entries. They also have a truck, Jeep, and they're coming up with their ROTC.
There's their Teacher of the Year. Miss Rondeau, Teacher of the Year.
Another great representation of our children joining us today.
Ms. Rodriguez. Mr. Alan Cox is the principal. And that's their Navy Junior ROTC. ROTC.
Looks like we're going to have a performance from this group, ladies.
All right.
They have their Flying Eagle driving their truck this morning. All righty, we have coming up next Southern Oaks Middle School. Lisa Sullivan, principal. Good morning, good morning. A beautiful float. Looks like we have
Also, their
one
teacher of the year is
fabulous
with them
teachers.
today, too, Ms.
Their
Green.
teacher of the year is with them this morning. Looks like they have one of their teachers representing the role of Martin Luther King Jr. Outstanding, and some of their beautiful group of students. Beautiful group of students rounding out their float and their display of this continuing this vision through education and advocacy. What a beautiful job. Ms. Lisa Sullivan, principal, Southern Oaks Middle School.
And next we have Mariposa Elementary.
Craig Logue is the principal, Mariposa Elementary.
Parkway Elementary School, Principal
All
Carolyn
right.
Wilkins. They say we are continuing the vision through education, and our future is so bright, we have to wear shades.
Coming up is Northport K through 8 with our principal, Mr. Glenn Rustay. Their fabulous band.
Yes. Wow. And this is just middle school. Can you imagine what these kids will be like performing in the band at the high school level? What an outstanding job this morning. Outstanding.
You recognize that tune that they're playing? Stand by
Honey,
me?
yes. How appropriate for
How
this year's
appropriate.
event. Yes. And what this day means to us.
Looks like we have Fort Pierce Magnet School of the Arts.
Yes.
Principal Jackie Lynch.
The School of the Arts,
And there's Mrs. Lynch right in the middle.
where education and the arts go hand in hand. Assistant Principal, Mr. Joseph Noel.
It's a beautiful float.
Beautiful float. Miss Jackie Lynch is the principal, Fort Pierce Magnet School of the Arts. They also have joining them this morning their teacher of the year, their distinguished minority educator of the year, their school-related employee, and last but not least, they also have their first year teacher of the year joining them on their float as well.
And another appropriate song.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
recognize that too.
We are the world.
We are the
We are
world.
the world. And that we are. That we are.
Ladies, we have Fort Pierce Westwood.
Yes. And they say at Fort Pierce Westwood, we are continuing the legacy of Dr. King by doing things we've never done in order to get what we've never had. And the principal there is Ms. Eucola Baxter. And they have 2 floats coming up along with their cars, marching unit. Here comes the ROTC.
And yes, Fort Pierce Westwood High School has a fabulous leadership team. And I'm going to take a moment to talk to their principal, Miss Eucola Barrett Baxter, to talk to her about what this day means to her and what it symbolizes for her and her students. Good morning, Westwood Leadership Team. Miss Ucola Barrett Baxter. I wanted to bring you over so you can share with our community this morning what this day means to you and what it desperately means for your children at Fort Pierce Westwood High School.
Well, at Fort Pierce Westwood, we want the community to understand that we are continuing to take forth the legacy that Dr. King set forth, as well as working on making sure that the community of Fort Pierce and St. Lucie County is proud of the Fort Pierce Westwood Panthers.
Yes, absolutely. Indeed, we are. Nice job. And what a beautiful JRTC and band.
Wow, look at that band. Go Westwood.
Wow. Outstanding. Outstanding.
Yeah. Mr. Morales, the band director for Fort Pierce Westwood, with his band right here.
And you know what, Mr. Rome, you're very familiar with their MOA program that they also have there. Can you share with our community a little bit about the MOA program that's housed at Westwood High School?
Absolutely. They have several different programs, the VET program, the JROTC, as well as the MOA program. The MOA program is the Marine Oceanographic Academy program, and it is one of the small learning communities for Fort Pierce Westwood, with a focus on the sciences and looking deeper at marine science research, in the field experiences.
They also have that awesome veterinarian program
Yes.
as well. And I had an opportunity to go and take a field trip to actually go through that lab. And it was far beyond my expectations.
Wow.
I mean, it's real stuff.
Absolutely. Their
Wow.
teacher of the year this year is the culinary teacher,
Yes.
so they also have the culinary program.
Yes. Looks like they have joining us too their homecoming king and queen. They also have their respective teachers of the year. Their distinguished minority educator joining us, teacher of the year, first year teacher of the year, and school related employee. We have our homecoming prince and princess. And I guess I'm sure our viewing audience can hear it in the background. That would be their football team.
Their football
Fort Pierce
team.
Westwood High School, proud Panthers football team, bringing up the end of their float entry into our parade.
And again, we have to say, and we can't emphasize this too much, how many of our students that came out today to participate in this parade.
Yes.
Another huge turnout for Fort Pierce
Yes.
Westwood.
Absolutely.
This is a great representation of what our children are about, what our schools are about.
Exactly.
You know, when you have this many children turn out to a parade in front of their community to share with their community about the great things that they are doing, it's priceless. You can't beat that.
And I tell you, St. Lucie County really should be proud of what's going on in our county. And you know, you really don't realize what you have until you have an opportunity to go other places.
Yes.
And believe it or not, St. Lucie County is one of the trendsetters in the education field in our state.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And that was a wonderful way to round out our school portion of our parade today, with Westwood bringing up that end, starting
Spirit.
with Grandma Carter Middle School and Westwood High School closing it out. And now we're going to move into some of our community organizations joining us today. Look like we have Upward Bound. And Upward Bound definitely is an organization or one of those projects, Ms. Watkins, that you definitely know a lot about and can share a little bit with our community about today.
Oh yes, I think Upward Bound is really, really awesome. In fact, maybe we can get a comment from Mr. Floyd, who has been sponsoring this program for years, to just tell us a little about what this means today with your Upward Bound program.
Oh, it means it's a beautiful day. You know, without the leadership of Martin Luther King and many, many others, we wouldn't be here today. And these kids all over St. Lucie County and all over the country have an opportunity to get a good education and go to college through Upward Bound. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Floyd.
And all right, that would be Upward
I had an
Bound.
opportunity to work with that program. I mean, they take those kids all over to different universities. They go all over the state visiting, where they probably wouldn't have had that opportunity had it not been for Upward Bound.
All right, we have Omega Psi Phi Fraternity, where Mr. Honor Gaines serves as their basilisk for this organization. Mr. Gaines, if you could step out and join me for a minute and share with our community, if you turn around and face the camera, share with us, with our community, about your organization, the name of it, and what it does for our community.
My name of the organization is called the Lamplighters. There's a part of our chapter of Omega Psi Phi Omicron Tau, and we have individuals from ages 5 all the way through seniors in high school. And what we do is we try to teach the young men how to be men in society. We have certain rules and codes that they have to follow by. No short pants, sagging pants, shirt and ties once a week during the week at school. And we just make sure that we teach them everything from sitting down to eating to tying a tie.
All righty, thank you. What a great representation in working with our young males out of the community. Thank you, Mr. Gaines. Sigma Gamma Rho. All right, looks like we have Sigma Gamma Rho. March on Washington, continuing the vision through education and advocacy. Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated.
Yes. Next we have AKA, Alpha Kappa Alpha. Vote, uphold, encourage, and assist. And they have their precious pearls that are looking so beautiful this morning.
And also it looks like they have on their float joining them this morning is these look like the beautiful young ladies reigning as their Miss Fashionetta, Little Miss Fashionetta and Junior Miss Fashionetta, an event that they hold by every 2 years for scholarships, collecting funds for scholarship, and it's a beautiful, beautiful event that they host every 2 years. All right, Miss Watkins,
Yes.
you can tell us a little bit about this next
I can tell you a little
organization
bit
that's
about
coming up.
Zeta. Zeta Phi Beta Sorority, Zeta Eta Zeta Chapter. We're so glad to have them participating with us this morning. And right behind them is Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity. And we have to say that Zeta Phi Beta and Phi Beta Sigma are the only true Greek brother and sister organizations that are existing. They are the only true brother-sister Greek organization, Zeta Phi Beta and Phi Beta Sigma.
Right behind them, we have the M&M Sweeties, the Baton Twirlers.
Beautiful. M&M Sweeties.
Looks like ladies of all ages. See some real little ones?
Yes, very talented. Look at that. How beautiful is that? Beautiful.
All ages.
All ages.
Yes.
All sizes.
There's a couple really small ones here, too.
And they are not shy. Look at them.
Look at them twirling.
All right, we have the Treasure Coast Progressive Alliance coming up behind our Baton Twirlers. Wonderful, wonderful.
And the St. Lucie County Classroom Teachers Association and Classified Unit.
Sporting their color red. Absolutely. It looks like their president, Vanessa Tillman, is driving, bringing up the end of their float here. Joining her with some of her members in the car. Outstanding. Nice job, ladies.
We're building strong families next.
All right. What a beautiful job. Some more of our young babies joining us this morning.
Multicultural Resource Center. Children and families. Building strong families, growing great kids.
Wow. Such a wonderful statement. Powerful statement. Looks like next we have Empowering Special Treasures Incorporated, looking beautiful in their truck.
Providing services for special needs individuals.
All right, next we have
Community Association.
all right.
Lincoln Park Community Association.
Yes, absolutely. Seeking those volunteer opportunities to continue to serve in our community of Fort Pierce.
And you know, it is so strange sometimes when you hear people say that they don't have anything to do, and there are volunteer organizations in our community that are begging
Yes.
for people to
Yes.
come and help and do something to help our kids.
Yes.
So
And look at this. This is a group you definitely cannot miss in their nice neon shirts.
we have the Boots on the Ground.
Yes.
Boots on the Ground with Pastor Barron. And they're getting out into our community and they're cleaning it up and trying to help us to be proud of what's going on in our community. Congratulations to Pastor Barron, and those efforts that they've made in trying to help clean up our
Yes.
community.
Yes, absolutely.
Rosanna Bronhard for St. Lucie County Judge.
All right, number 4. Oh, wow. Here's another one of those great organizations servicing our community, giving our young children something to do, and actually our young adults
Yes.
something to do in our community, and that would be our Boys and Girls Club of St. Lucie County. And this is also another organization I know all of us have had an opportunity to work with, but I know, Ms. Watkins, you definitely have a very valuable stake into this organization and what you do for our community as well.
And you know, as I said before, we continue to ask our community to support these organizations because it's not about the organization, it's about the children that the organization is trying to help and support. Providing those after-school programs for your kids to participate in, and also the different activities that they have for them to enjoy.
And you know, and it's what I enjoy about this is that, ladies, we see children in all components of this parade. So we saw a great representation of our school, but remembering that when we see the children even walking for Boys and Girls Club, these children are a part of our St. Lucie County public school system. So look at the boundaries that have been dropped and how we have kids that are part of so many organizations in the community.
It looks like we have some staff members for Boys and Girls Club at the
Yes.
end of their float.
And
End
they're
of their
all
group.
working hand in hand
Yes.
to help our children.
Yes.
And now here we have coming up elegant events, and there on this float they have breast cancer survivors. I should be up on that float, being a breast cancer survivor myself. Congratulations, ladies. We bid you all Godspeed.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that would be our longshoreman.
Longshoreman.
All right, that was Celebrity Limousine Company. Coming up behind our International Longshoremen Association. Okay, so we have
These
such a
little
beautiful
ones.
group of young ladies. Look like we have some future models in the
Oh
making.
my goodness.
Future models. Wow, beautiful.
Yeah, they take too much time. I'm trying to see. What's the name of that?
All right, so look like we have some future models that have just passed us. Okay, boys and girls from CJ's Clothing Line that just modeled for us. What an outstanding job done by young people.
We have another unit coming up, and we have our American Legion.
Okay. All right, thank you. That would be, is it that Charles O'Hines?
Yes.
American Legion Post
Honor Guard.
171.
The Treasure Coast Bengals.
All right. So we have one of our community football teams.
Yes.
Nice, vibrant colors.
Look at that Bengal mascot.
Yes. Yes. They look nice. It look like they have their cheerleaders joining them. Yes. All right, we have our Treasure Coast Bengals team, and they are definitely up and rising on the Treasure Coast. And if you were to go to their website, I'm sure you can find a list of their games, and you can join them and support the Bengals in our community.
Next, we have the Fort Pierce Shrine Club.
And you know, the Shriners, they continue to help. They still collect your used eyeglasses that they take and they use to help people that can't afford to buy their glasses. So your old frames that you have, they can use them to help people that are not.
And Olivia, did we just have people drop them off today?
Yes, they just drop them off. And if they don't know the location, they can call the Fort Pierce Shrine Club, and they'll let them know where they
Looks
can
like
drop
in
them off.
March there's an upcoming Breaking Chains and Healing Souls fashion show to benefit Safe Space.
Yes, another
March.
great organization.
Liberty Tax Service. Liberty Tax Service. This is the time
Here comes
to
their
begin thinking
mascot.
about that. Followed by Walgreens. Followed by Walgreens. All right.
Walgreens has a lot of support here today too.
Yes. And that's definitely a place to check out. Walgreens offer a lot of benefits and advantages for our community. To check out the local things that they're at any of their stores. So if you check out their website, you will also find some great information to help you on some of those things that you normally wouldn't think about, especially with prescriptions. How you doing? We're doing fine. We're doing fine. All right. I love it. Again, another representation of our children participating with Walgreens.
And this is Walgreens, one of our pharmacies.
Yes.
Involving with our children.
There's Llama's Kitchen and Seafood Market, simply the best, in an effort to protect our lagoons. And Seacoast National Bank.
And looks like Seacoast National Bank is giving out some beautiful beads.
Some beads.
Today to our community.
Yes, the CEO is Denny Hudson, and he's driving the company van. Vice President Pearl Davis driving the second van. Their motto is, say hello to a smiling face.
Wow.
Seacoast National Bank. National Bank. And next we have my part of my other job, working at the radio station. We have 104.7, 104.7, The Flame, and WIRA, The Light.
And Tropicana. Fort Pierce operations of Tropicana.
Look at that orange juice.
Tropicana, one team, Fort Pierce operations. Wow. Outstanding. Refreshing orange juice right here in Florida on the Treasure Coast.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We can definitely appreciate that. Absolutely.
Are we ever fortunate to have a beautiful day
I
like
know.
today to be at the parade, enjoying
Yes.
these students,
Yes.
staff, community members, and also
Yes.
some great orange juice.
Yes. Thank you, Tropicana. Sporting their orange. All right. All right. Look like we have coming up another tax service. This is definitely the time to start thinking about that.
B&B, serving the community for 21 years for your taxes.
Great mascot. They have their bumblebee there to help you remember that it is that time of the year to go and get those taxes done and file those taxes. You worked so hard all year.
They say from now through January 31st, file your return with B&B for only $99. Hey, Fort Pierce, keep calm and dream on. And right behind them, we have
Jackson Hewitt Tax Services.
Jackson Hewitt, where Mr. Al Johnson is the owner of Jackson Hewitt Tax Services. We advocate and educate through the Obamacare through our tax services. Jackson Hewitt, serving you in
6 locations.
6 locations. Well, we also see some of the Restoring the Village T-shirts walking today. I'm committed to being a pay-it-forward team player.
Yes.
Looks like we also have Walmart.
Yes.
Walmart.
The distribution center ladies are joining us.
Walmart, again, another supporter of our schools.
Yes. And Walmart does a lot with offering grants for teachers to put back into our school systems.
Wow.
We're winding up the parade here, ladies. A great
I
day.
tell you, what a day. What a day.
Yes.
You know, I was just trying to think about how many children that we had participating today, and it had to be about 1,000.
Yes. Yes.
Had to be about over 1,000 children that got up on their day off from school to come and be a part of this parade. The businesses that have come out, all of the schools that came out, our elected officials, and don't forget those that service us, the fire department, the police department, the sheriff department. What an awesome turnout.
An outstanding turnout. And again, LaTanya Green, principal of Savannah Ridge Elementary. I enjoyed this parade so much. I got an opportunity to see so many of the things in the parade that I normally would not see because I'm with my school. And when I say what a fabulous turnout and a support of, again, as Ms. Watkins said, our businesses, our supporters, and all of those people that I know personally make the school system run and be productive and push out productive citizens of our community. This was truly, truly, again, an honor and a pleasure to watch our children in this magnitude and to watch our business partners in this magnitude, and just enjoy this crowd and this community as we celebrate this Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
And it's just been so wonderful how the weather, just participated with us. I mean, the weather was just grand as well as a grand parade. We had grand weather, Paige.
Lots of excitement. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you, LaTanya.
Yes.
We're excited to be able to do this
We want to also say a
today.
big thank you to WLX TV for videoing this, and you'll be able to watch this later on. Tune in to WLX TV, and those of you that didn't get to see it or you want to see it better, then just continue to tune in to Channel 13 or WLX, whatever your cable service is, and watch this grand parade. Again, thank you again. This is our 30th celebration, and everything continues on now at Longwood Stadium. Follow us onto Longwood Stadium for an afternoon of family fun and food. And thanks again.
Thanks for joining us. We look forward to seeing you at the festival.
Thank you.